Hey guys, look right up here. I have almost 200,000 Robux currently in my account. I have 6 digits of Robux sitting on my account right now. Before you go dislike or leave a negative comment, I'm not doing this to flex on you. I'm not showing you just to flex or brag or anything like that. I want to show you this number to tell you that I didn't buy a single one of these Robux. None of these Robux were purchased by me. In fact, nobody gave me any money to buy these Robux. And I can actually prove this. If I go over to the money tab right here and look at my summary for the past year, as you can see, I've bought no Robux. The only thing that I've done is redeemed a little bit of an extra gift card that I had years ago just stored in my account. But if you look right there, there's no actual amount that I have purchased that would be purchasable through the buy Robux tab. As you can see here, I've sold 240,000 Robux worth of stuff. I've got 72,000 Robux from the trade system, and I've got 219,000 group payouts. So just from that, I think it's pretty fair to say that I have not bought any Robux, and there's actually ways to earn Robux. A lot of people don't realize this, but there are so many ways to actually earn Robux on Roblox without just going ahead and begging for them or going to any websites or doing anything like that. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the top 5 ways that you can make Robux on Roblox just by doing stuff. I will never tell you in this video to do anything like go off the Roblox website, or I will never tell you to go ahead and like click on any links, and I never will tell you to ever buy Robux in this video. I'm just going to be telling you the 5 best methods on Roblox to actually just make some Robux. So yeah, remember, if this video is helpful to you at any point in time, hit that like and subscribe button. It is completely free for you to do that. So yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop into these methods. So the first method is going to be a pretty obvious method, and this is going to be developing a Roblox game. If you play Roblox, which you most likely do, if you're watching this video, you definitely know that developers, individual players on the Roblox website do make the games for the platform. Roblox, the company, just facilitates the website and everything about that, but the people of Roblox actually do make all the games. For example, let's go to the game Welcome to Bloxburg. If we click on the person that made this, their name is Co-optus. Now, a lot of people speculate that this person is actually Shaletsky, a known developer on Roblox, but no one really knows. But either way, this person did make this game right here without any help from Roblox whatsoever. What they did is they just made this game on their own. I mean, they got some help from some other people, but basically they did everything themselves. And they put a lot of time and effort in, and they made a really good game. Obviously, this game is super popular. 2 billion visits, 170,000 people playing it right now, and it has 20 million sales. Now, I believe this game sells at 25 Robux, and if we go to the sales thing right here, it's made 326 million Robux just from selling the game. And if you thought that amount was a lot, let's go down here to the game passes and see that it's made 2.5 billion Robux just from the game passes. That is absolutely insane. That equates to around 9 million US dollars. So yeah, if you put the time in and you get good at developing, you can definitely make a really good game, and maybe it will get as popular as Bloxburg. Now, obviously, you are going to need some stuff to do this. You're going to need to learn how to do some stuff where you could learn how to build, maybe you could learn how to script, something like that. You're going to need some sort of skill to actually make a game, but if you put the time in and you go look at some tutorials online, there are tons of them. You'll definitely be able to learn some skills. A really good channel out there that I do know of is called Alvin Blocks. This dude makes really good tutorials on how to make games and such, and you should definitely go check him out if you're interested in making a game. And trust me guys, when I say that you do not have to get on the front page to actually make a lot of Robux. A lot of people think that games on the front page right here that have thousands and thousands of people playing them are the only games that make a lot of Robux. If we go ahead and scroll down a bit, we can actually see this game right here known as Case Clicker only has 300 people playing it right now, but if we go ahead and look at the store, it's made 46 million Robux. So if you can get a game that even just gets 300 people on it or something like that, which really isn't that much on Roblox, you can make a lot of Robux. So yeah, with all of that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the next method. Alright, so the next method is actually going to relate to the first method, but it's going to be a little bit more different, and this is going to be working for a Roblox developer and helping people make games. So the reason I put this on the list instead of just making a game is because making a game can be very difficult. Sometimes you don't know what to make. It can be kind of a headache to actually make the game. You might not know how to make everything, and sometimes running ads for your game to really get it boosted can be really difficult, and not to mention sometimes really expensive. So if you want to skip the headache of running your own game, what you could actually do is learn a skill in Roblox Studio and learn a skill with developing, where that could be maybe scripting, building, it could even be something like art. And you could just go ahead and offer your skill set to people that already have a game. For example, we're going to talk about the studio known as Dreamcraft, and this is the studio that actually has created the Adopt Me game. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone has heard of Adopt Me at this point. It's breaking numbers basically every day. 600,000 people playing it right now, which is absolutely insane. 7 billion visits. It's nuts. But unlike the Bloxburg game that Cooptus just kind of makes on his own, this game has a lot of developers on it. If we go ahead and look at the roles here, we have translators that probably get paid. We have contributors that probably have got paid at one point. We have advisors, which is really cool to see. And we have testers that test the game to test out new things. They probably get paid as well. You have a staff team that probably gets paid to do stuff. I don't know what that might be. And then most importantly, you have developers, which 100% do get paid. Now, developers, I don't know what they do for the game exactly. These could be builders, scripters, whatever, but they definitely have worked on the game and they have achieved this role, and at one point in time they have probably received Robux. They don't most likely have a percentage in the game just because it makes so much Robux, but they probably have got some payments. And coming from a game this large, the payments are probably pretty good. If we go ahead and look at the Game Pass, this has made 2.5 billion Robux. So yeah, if you were to work for this game, you definitely get a good payout. I 100% guarantee, but I mean, it kind of just depends on if they're hiring or not. But if you're just starting out trying to develop for people on Roblox, I would definitely not go for some massive game right here, because they're definitely looking for some experienced people that really know what they're doing. If I was you, I would try to go to Twitter, maybe try to find a Discord group, maybe just go reach out to some smaller games to see if they need anything done. Typically, if you want to get the highest payout, you're gonna either want to go for a game that's already established, or maybe you could risk it and try to go for a game that's still being built and try to get a percentage on that game. For example, if you help the game out that was just starting out and then it goes ahead and makes 1 million Robux, and let's say you had a 10% cut of that game, you're gonna get 100,000 Robux, which honestly is a really nice payout and would be really nice to receive. Now, be careful who you do work with, because there's no guarantees on anything. You can't like always set an exact contract for something, so you might get scammed. So just make sure you work with the right people. If it seems too good to be true, or if they're kind of shady, you might just want to back out. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the next method. There are a lot of people trying to buy art on Roblox, and most of the time it can just be for personal use. Maybe it's for YouTube, maybe it's for Twitter, but there's also a very big market for art to be made for games. If we go over to the games page right here, and let's just go open up a game, maybe Royal High right here, and if we go down to the store, aka the Game Passes, as you can see, there's a lot of artwork pieces here. Someone definitely went ahead and made artwork for this game, and as you can see, it's pretty good. Now, some people might think that the person that made these art pieces probably didn't get paid that much, and I really don't think that's true. There are developers out there that pay quite a lot of Robux to have some good artwork done for their game. In fact, I've heard of Game Pass icons that have been sold for 25,000 Robux a piece. With that being said, if you were to sell 8 of those at the price of 25,000 Robux a piece, that means you can make 200,000 Robux just like that. Now, obviously, if someone's paying you that much, they're probably going to want a really good piece of art, so you're going to have to be somewhat talented. So, I mean, don't expect to get paid 25k right off the bat if you're not very good or if you're new to the scene. But if you make a name for yourself and you do get pretty good at it, you could start getting some pretty big payouts. And if you don't actually want to do that, there's definitely a big market for it on Twitter and on Discords and stuff, where people just want commissions for their artwork for maybe their, I don't know, YouTube channel, their Twitter, whatever. In total, I've probably paid around 10 to 20,000 Robux just for artwork in my time. And I don't own a game or anything. I don't really have that much art even. I just pay a lot of people to get some art done that I like to see. Now, if you're going to start selling art pieces to people, definitely set up some guidelines that you want them to follow. If you want to make sure that they can get a refund, or if you want to make sure that they can't do anything sketchy or whatever, just make sure you have some guidelines for that. There are definitely some sketchy people out there, just like with the Roblox developing stuff, so definitely go ahead and make sure you know who you're working with. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of people out there trying to get some Roblox art, so if you are talented with art, smart, you can definitely make some Robux this way. So the next thing I want to talk about is going to be making Roblox shirts. Now the reason I put this a little bit down on the list is because making shirts isn't always very profitable. They sell for around 5 Robux a piece. They're not always easy to get sold, and they're really not that profitable. But what if I told you that you could actually make tens of thousand Robux a day making shirts, but you have to do it in a certain way? You'd probably think I was lying to you and you'd think I was crazy, but it actually is true. You can make a lot of Robux just making shirts if you do it in the right way. What I see a lot of people do is they go ahead and they make a group and they put out like 3 pieces of clothing and it doesn't really get sold too much and then they quit. Well, if you really want to make a successful clothing brand, what you're going to have to do is make a Roblox group. And once you've made a Roblox group, what you're going to want to do is pump out as much clothing as you can, as consistently as you can. What you're going to want to do is just make maybe 20 to 30 shirts at the start and then maybe put out 5 a day or something like that. And I know that's very difficult to do. 5 a day is pretty difficult to handle, but if you can get some people working for you, you can definitely make it. And I know 5 shirts a day is actually very difficult to do. 5 shirts is a lot of work to put out every single day, but I promise you, if you can do that, you will make a lot of Robux. Now the thing is though, you could put as many shirts out every single day as you wanted, but it won't matter unless people actually see the group. So what you're actually probably gonna want to do is make a really good ad for your group and then put it up on Roblox. And if you don't know how to make an ad, there's definitely videos out there that you could look up on how to do that. Make the ad look very good and very appealing to people, and if it's just right, people might just go ahead and click on it and then click on your group. And if they go ahead and do that, the chances of buying a shirt is actually going to be pretty high. Now the thing is though, once you start doing this and you start getting some people in your group, it might just start spiraling to the point where you don't even need to buy ads anymore, and you can just get it to the point where people are joining over and over and over again because they see people wearing your merch. If some people see other people wearing your shirts and they do like them because they are good, they're probably going to go ahead and buy them for themselves, and they might even join the group and buy something for themselves as well, maybe another piece. So that's how you can really start growing your brand on Roblox and start making a lot of Robux. Now this won't happen overnight. This might take a while to do, and it might be kind of difficult and not everyone succeeds at doing it, but it is worth a try. Now, if you don't have enough Robux to spend on ads, you might be a little bit poor and you don't really have a lot of Robux to just dump into ads to get your group running. There is another way to actually get ads out there, and that ties into the final method that I do want to talk about on how to make Robux on Roblox. That method is going to be investing into Roblox Games. Now this is going to be for probably really rich people on Roblox. Now I don't mean really rich, you don't need a million Robux to do this, but you are going to need probably like 10 to 50k plus. For example, I have 200,000 in my account like I already talked about, and this is actually a pretty good amount to invest into Roblox Games. And you might be wondering, what does investing into Roblox Games really mean? Well, this can mean helping games maybe get off the ground, where you help pay some developers to get a game running, or this can mean where you just loan some Robux to someone to put advertisements into their game or their group in exchange for a percentage or a payback. I've actually been working around some deals lately, and I've been making some Robux by doing this. Now, there's a huge disclaimer on this. You have to watch out for scammers because people could easily just take your Robux and run away with it. This has happened lots and lots of times to people, so you have to work with the right people and definitely don't do a deal if people are shady. But if you are to invest into the right thing and maybe you get a 10% cut on a game that makes 10 million Robux, you'll just be a million Robux richer. So yeah, that's actually going to be it for that method, and that's going to be it for the video. Those are my top 5 ways to make Robux on Roblox. Now remember, if this video was helpful, hit that subscribe and like button. It took quite a while to make this video, so I mean, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button. Also guys, go ahead and join my Discord server, link in the description. It's a really cool community to talk to a lot of people, and you might as well. Go ahead and leave a comment if you use any of these methods. I want to know how it actually does work out for some people if they go ahead and use these methods for the first time. Remember, to get where you want to be, you might have to grind and really put the time in, but if you put enough time in, you probably will get to that point. Alright guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace out.